Hey guys, this is your girl Christy Speaks, and I am here with R&B hip-hop soul artist Shalea Vintage.
Hi, Christy.
Hey girl.
Hey girl, hey.
Yes. Now, how are you?
I'm feeling grateful. I'm feeling blessed.
Yes.
With everything going on in the world, you just have to count your blessings.
Come through.
Count your blessings. Yeah.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to have Shalea. Hello.
Thank you for having me. Again, I'm grateful.
You already know. Now, you are from the Bronx.
BX.
You are a singer, a songwriter, and you freestyle.
Yeah.
Now, for those who aren't as familiar with your background, tell us a little bit more about who Shalea Vintage is.
Well, like you said, I'm a hip-hop soul artist.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people tend to say R&B,
yeah,
but I never really put myself in the category of just strictly R&B.
Right.
Because my music has always had hip-hop elements to it. I listen to a lot of rappers.
Right.
I listened to a lot of rap ever since I was young, and part of that came from me being around DJs when I was younger, because my older cousins kind of took me under their wing.
Right.
And they were DJs. So a lot of times when I would record with them, they had like a home studio. This is before home studios were popular. Wow. Now it's like everyone has a home studio. But at the time when they had their home studio, I was younger and I was around them recording, and they would always put on hip hop beats. And a lot of the beats that they did, like a lot of the original beats that they did, were very boom bap driven. So I love boom bap.
Boom bap?
Yeah. Boom bap driven. And a lot of it had like really hardcore beats, and it didn't really have a lot of melody or chords. Right. So I had to use my backgrounds as a way to kind of make it more melodic. Yes. So that's why when people ask me like, oh, you do R&B, I have R&B songs, but I never put myself in that box of being an R&B singer, because then when you listen to my music, you might be like, well, you might hear an R&B song, then you might hear something that's, like I said, a lot of times I pick beats that rappers would pick, that singers may not gravitate towards. That's just always been my thing. So that's why I say hip-hop soul.
And you can never just put Shalea Vintage in one specific genre.
For me, yeah, because I feel like I'm a songwriter. So as a songwriter, you want to explore. You don't want to be locked in a box as a songwriter. It's not like it was in the 90s and the early 2000s where people were genre driven. People were more genre driven. Right. Now it's like you can be free to express your creativity the way you want to. You know, I like to say R&B is my home, but I tend to roam. That's what I do.
Yes. Like, wait.
R&B is the foundation. R&B is the foundation. Hip hop is the foundation. But I still like to play around with sounds. I still like to explore as a songwriter. You know what I mean? So if people are going to put you in a box. That's the thing. Yeah. Once you start putting out music, people are going to, your audience is going to do that for you. So as an artist, you don't really even have to do that for yourself, because they're going to do it for you. Right. You know, and I'm a songwriter, so I like to explore.
Yes.
You know.
Come on, creativity.
Yes.
Now, I have had the pleasure of hearing you sing live. I'm familiar with your body of work. What has the response been like from close family and friends in regards to you becoming an artist? I know your father is also a singer from the South.
Yeah. Well, my father's from Charleston, South Carolina, but his parents died when he was really young. Right. So he came to live with his sister in Harlem very, very early. And my dad did a lot of gigs. Like that was his livelihood. That's how he made money. It wasn't a hobby. It's like how he was able to eat. And watching my father prepare for gigs growing up, I didn't realize how he was teaching me discipline, because he had to be on point. Like, that voice is an instrument for him. It's not like, you know, if you work a 9 to 5, it's a beautiful thing. I hate this whole thing where people are like, everyone should just quit their 9 to 5 and everyone should just
be an entrepreneur.
That's not the case. I don't like to disrespect people who work 9 to 5s, but for my dad, because he was a gig singer, that was his kind of 9 to 5, and the musical discipline that takes to keep your voice in shape and to really, you know, honor your craft as a Black woman watching a Black man. Like, my father, it's so funny because my dad has really dark skin, like super. I love beautiful chocolate dark skin, like your complexion, our complexion, Black is beautiful.
Come through.
But watching my dad be a Black man and have that much confidence, I didn't realize that he was teaching me as a Black woman
Yes.
to have confidence.
Especially when the world is telling you that you're ugly and you're not acceptable.
Exactly.
Yes,
and specifically when it came down to even hair texture, I remember my father would kind of get mad if I straightened my hair. And I would be like, why is he getting mad? And he was like, you can straighten your hair, but I don't want you to feel obligated to do that. And so to hear a Black man saying, accept this natural thing that you have.
Right.
If you want to straighten your hair, there's nothing wrong with that, but you should not feel pressure that I'm gonna look better because I have straight hair. You know what I mean?
No.
And so, like I said, just watching my father instill, he instilled so much in me, and the fact that he has Alzheimer's now, he was diagnosed at a very young age, and Alzheimer's strips you of your identity.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? And so to watch him suffer with that, it makes me want to go harder as an artist, because he started off as an artist, but it never really manifested. It never came into fruition. So I have to keep that legacy going because he put so much in me. It would be disrespectful for me to sit on that. You know what I mean? So
I love it.
That's why Black fathers have to stay present in their Black daughters and Black sons' lives, because it's a different energy that you get when a Black father tells you it's okay to accept yourself that way.
Yeah.
Coming from a Black man
versus your Black mother.
Even your Black mother, yes, but to hear that from a Black man when we're in a society where it tells you you need to straighten your hair. You need to do this. You need to do that. He said, listen, if you want to do that, that's okay, but don't feel pressured to feel like that's your identity. That's not my identity. This is beautiful. God gave me curls.
Because you're beautiful either way.
Everyone, I want to put that in my message as well. Like, accept yourself. Accept yourself, because we literally live in a society where everyone is chasing the same things. And so if you're not spiritually grounded, you might try to chase something that you are not.
Some of your musical influences are artists like Jill Scott, Tina Marie, Anita Baker, DMX, Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, Erykah Badu, Tupac. How would you say those artists help influence your sound? Because you got hip hop, you got R&B, and you got neo soul.
Yeah, like I told you, remember I said I listen to a lot of rappers.
Yes.
Right? But Anita Baker is one of my. Anita Baker's music just does something to me. It does something to me, and her pen game is phenomenal. But the thing about it is, I've always been driven and drawn towards artists who were never afraid to show their struggle in their music and say, this is me. This is who I am, and not be afraid of that. And I feel like DMX has done that.
Woo!
I feel like Mary does that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's always what I've been drawn to musically. People who are not afraid to show their struggle or just show their experience of their current perspective of life. You know?
That. As an independent artist, you have full creative control over your music, your sound, and your look. And I know just a while ago we were talking about pressure. Have you had pressure from a woman or a man specifically in the industry to change your style?
Not now. Okay. I think when I was younger, I don't really feel that pressure now. Okay. Because, you know, when you're independent, you kind of have more freedom.
Yes.
But when I was younger, I did feel that pressure, because it was a different climate musically. Yeah. And even in the way that artists were accepted, even a few years ago, you know what I mean? It was just different. I feel like people are now more receptive to authenticity.
Come on.
Now they're more receptive to that. So, but I have experienced it. Like I said, even going back to the hair, like, no, don't wear your hair, only wear your hair straight, because that's what people want to see. People don't, now it's in a texture where it's curly, but it gets puffy. It gets very, very puffy. And to some people, that's not mainstream.
As a songwriter, have you ever written for other artists, or are you open to it? And if you could collaborate with any other artist, past or present, who would you work with and why?
I've worked with a lot of different independent artists, and when I was younger, I was trying to get placements. Yes. So I was that singer that everyone was calling to come do demos, and I was going to like Jersey a lot, and a lady by the name of Chanel Red, she's a amazing songwriter. She took me under her wing, and she really instilled that songwriter perspective in my mind, because I was just trying to be an artist when I was younger.
Right.
And, you know, she opened my mind to songwriting. And so, you know, you just got to be grateful for your mentors. You have to be grateful for that. So I tried to get placements, and that was what I wanted to do. But then I was like, you know what? I just want to focus on the artist aspect.
Right.
But as far as collaborating, I personally would love, like, if this could ever happen, I want to work with Mos Def. Like, I want to work with Mos Def. Like, I don't know if this will ever happen.
It is gonna happen.
But
we
like,
claiming that.
I wanna work with Mos Def, and I wanna work with Ghostface. Those are the two.
Y'all already know what it is.
I know it's so like Ghostface, Mos Def, but it's like those. If I had to, and then I do have to put Jadakiss in there. Those are the three.
Gosh.
Those are the three artists. Now, if it came down to like someone I would want to collaborate with songwriting wise, it would be Solange. It would be Solange. Yeah.
Seriously?
Because I feel like Solange is so free in her creativity.
Yes.
Like, I just wonder what a session with her would be like.
Yeah, Solange is
Solange is
definitely, she pushes the envelope for sure.